Hi everyone, and welcome to our second Lunch and Learn here at the FASD Network. My name is Katie and I am the Community Outreach Worker, and with us is Shanna Moore. She is our training coordinator and she is also a caregiver to a child living with FASD, so she has some great personal experience and great things to share with us. Today we're going to be talking about actually grief and loss. It's a topic that maybe isn't talked about as much as it should. But it's something that probably every caregiver who has a child with FASD is going to experience. So we definitely wanted to, bring this up. And so anyway, Shanna's going to be talking to us about that. So Shanna, what has your experience been with grief and loss?
So when I first dealt with grief and loss, my first experience with it, to be honest, I didn't quite understand what it is, and I think that's why it's so important that we talk about it. Mm-hmm. Grief and loss is kind of like when we're hit with something, we grieve for something about our kids that's going to be tough, and maybe that's going to be tough for them their entire lives, and it seems to kind of just hit us out of the blue and kind of consumes us in the moment, or for a few hours or a day or a week, however long it takes to get past it, but you do get past it. So the first time I experienced grief and loss was when my daughter started kindergarten. I had had meetings with the school prior to her starting, explaining that, she had been pre-exposed and that there's a good chance she lived on the FASD spectrum, and, that she could present some challenges. And, so I felt that we were, the school was educated on the disability and feeling confident when she started school. And the first few months of school went really, really well. I didn't hear anything from the school, and I was starting to get pretty hopeful that maybe she wouldn't experience any of the difficulties associated with FASD, and that maybe we would, her being well supported, we wouldn't have the struggles that lots of kids do who are impacted. And then it was about 3 months after I got the phone call from the teacher to go have the meeting at the school to find out that, yes, in fact, she was starting to show signs and starting to struggle at school and having those challenges. And I remember after that meeting, it just kind of, it hit me like something I've never felt before. And I actually ended up rear-ending someone on the way home that day because, not paying attention kind of consumed, tears are running down your face. And it was really, really tough. Knowing that those are challenges she is going to face her entire life, and it is what it is, but understanding that those moments we experience as caregivers or as parents, that it's okay, that grief and loss is okay. We're going to experience this our entire lives, raising kids that live with a disability. And it's, like I said, it's those moments that kind of consume us, and we get sad and we get down, and we're sad because we know these are challenges our kids are going to face their entire lives, and it's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. Do you have anything like you would recommend caregivers do to kind of cope with this?
I would say make sure you're connected to other caregivers, make sure you're talking about that, join the Facebook caregiver support group, connect with FASD Network, seek a counselor if you can find a good counselor to talk to. And a big, huge thing is understand that it's normal.
Yeah.
And, my daughter is now in grade 4, and this week I experienced that grief and loss again. She has, some health issues, and she's battling some health issues this week, and it's been going on for a couple weeks now, and it's still those moments where it hits you and it's like, man, this just sucks.
Yeah.
Some days it sucked because in those moments I'm choking back tears thinking, oh, she's going to have to deal with this her entire life. And it seems so unfair, but it's what life has dealt us, and we have to deal with it. But like I said, always understanding that it's okay to grieve. Tomorrow's a new day, and we're going to get through. Take those moments, cry. It's okay to have those moments for it to be sad.
Yeah. And so on the flip side, did you feel like grief and loss has been something your daughter has also experienced?
Absolutely, 100%. I think our kids will experience it their entire lives as well. I've had moments with my daughter, an example that comes to mind is she struggles with sleep, as it's part of the disability as well. But I was in her bedroom one night, it was about midnight, she hadn't fallen asleep yet, and she was having a moment, and she was going, Mom, my brain just doesn't stop, Mom. Like, I just want to sleep, Mom, and I can't sleep because my brain doesn't stop. And so just in those moments with her saying, you know what, I know this is tough. And acknowledging that sleep issue is part of her disability, but understanding that she also is grieving, she's frustrated with the cards she's been dealt, and that's okay, and telling her, what, it's okay to be frustrated, it's okay to be sad, we're going to eventually fall asleep, and tomorrow we're going to get up and we're going to give it a go again tomorrow. Just, you know, always giving them that reassurance that they're loved and letting them have the moments to grieve as well, because we as parents and caregivers need them, and our kids need to be okay with that as well.
Right. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Like I said before, it is a big topic, and if it's something that you're really struggling with, just remember that we do have our toll-free line at the FASD network, and you can always call and talk to a support worker. And like Shanna said before, it's really important to just reach out to other caregivers. Like I said, probably everyone is going to experience this at some point, and so connecting with that caregiver, the Facebook caregiver page, or if there's people in your lives you can connect with, that's really important. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.